Dark Souls is my favorite game of all time, so naturally I had an itch to replay it again recently. But at this point I already sunk in hundreds of hours into these games that they just become a little bit too easy for me personally. So to make the game more challenging, I decided to completely deplete the two main resources of the game. Those resources being, of course, health and stamina. With no stamina, we essentially cannot roll, run, parry, block attacks, or use any sort of melee attacks. The only things we can do is walk, hold block, cast magic spells and throw consumables. That's it. On top of that, thanks to only having a maximum of 1 HP, we are gonna be eating humble pie from pretty much any enemy that scours the land of Lorjan. If all of that sounds like fun to you, you're in the right place. So let's get to it. For this run, we are gonna start off as the Sorcerer class, as again, our only way of dealing damage is going to be spellcasting. Immediately upon awakening in the Asylum, we are already starting to witness how this run is gonna unfold. See, magic in the original Dark Souls is straight up busted, like nuclear yield levels of busted. So boss fights for the most part are gonna be a cakewalk up until we venture into the DLC. That place has managed to scar me for life, honestly. Most of the challenge is gonna come from the journey to said boss fights, as dealing with more than one enemy at a time can seriously overwhelm us. Remember, having 1 HP essentially turns every single normal enemy into a boss fight by itself. Upon our arrival in Firelink Shrine, we go pay our visit to our boy Rickard of Vinheim to purchase the spell Heavy Soul Arrow, for a nice addition to our magic arsenal. For those of you who don't know, there is no mana system in the original Dark Souls. Instead, magic casts are treated very much like bullets in an FPS game, with each spell having a certain amount of uses, before you run out and have to sit at a bonfire to restore those uses. So resource management is also gonna factor into the challenge part. Most of the early game areas are not difficult to overcome. We are able to deal with the majority of enemies from afar before they ever manage to close the distance. That is until you encounter rats. Those furry bastards are so low to the ground, making a lot of our spell shots straight up miss them, giving them the opportunity to nibble at my feet, which for us, of course, means death. Hate those things. Anyways, let's see how we fare against the first real boss fight of the game. Solid damage. This is actually really scary, guys. Oh my god, that was way too close. Jesus almighty. I don't know about you guys, but I feel very dirty when using magic in this game. It feels almost like cheating. Anyways, we go talk to our boy Soler, we will need him for later, and after that go and very slowly take out the rest of the undead parish, so we can get ourselves to the bonfire in this area. By the way, by now you probably realize that my stamina bar isn't actually fully depleted, but that is just because of a quirk with how Cheat Engine interacts with Dark Souls Remastered. The game doesn't allow you to actually have stamina at 0. It hovers anywhere from 1 to 4, but even so, none of the actions that consume stamina can be done as we simply have too little of it in the tank. So it's effectively like having 0 stamina. From here, I decided that getting more spells would be a wise decision, and for that we need a merchant that sells them. Problem is, he is guarded very well by a battalion of dogs. And you know how I said that rats are going to be a problem? Yeah, dogs are a billion times worse. Not to mention that even to get to the dogs, we have to pass a battalion of undead soldiers, which are an entire problem of their own. No joke, I tried to overcome this obstacle for a solid 20 minutes, but the dogs are just way too vicious of beings. Getting past them essentially boils down to luck. Eventually though, you gotta win at the lottery sometimes. Dog, hello! Step into the light. What the hell is happening? Where is the dog? Thank God he's dead. I think that's the last dog, guys. Griggs! Bro, you have no idea how lucky I am to see you. How glad I am to see you right now, Griggs. You have no idea what I had to go through to get to you. With Griggs now finally being free, we are able to use his knowledge of sorceries to further our cause. Two things from him in particular will be huge for the rest of the run. The spell Aural Decoy, which grabs the attention of any enemy in the vicinity, making them attack the location where you fired the projectile, and the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, which boosts all sorcery damage by 20%. For now though, we are way too poor to afford any of it, so we make our plans on how to approach the next boss fight, the Gargoyles. First of all, we gotta get to those flying jerks, and to do that we gotta pass another battalion of undead goddamn soldiers. Yay! On a serious note, they actually weren't all that bad. They are pretty slow, not to mention brain dead, so as long as you keep your wits about you and keep your distance, you should be able to take them out one by one without too much effort. The Gargoyles though pose another interesting issue. Upon first stepping into the fight, I got immediately ass blasted by the first gargoyle. The outlook for soloing this fight doesn't look that great as they immediately close the distance and wreck you. Thankfully, we did remember to talk to Soler a while back, allowing us to call for his aid during the fight. With Bro Solaire now taking their aggression away from us, and with magic being absolutely busted, I mean, what the hell is even that damage, Miyazaki? We managed to take down the gargoyles with relative ease, and of course, ring the first bell of awakening. One more to go. The other bell resides deep underground where all the filth of the world has been discarded. A beautifully awful place called Blighttown. Here we encounter another significant obstacle. This place is entirely filled with poison, and well, having 1 HP means that the instant we get poisoned, we are just dead. So yeah, this is quite a pickle indeed. To get myself better prepared for that adventure, I went into the Darkroot Garden. Here I farmed the Ents for their souls and their weed. Weed, or poison moss clumps, are consumables that negate poison buildup, so I thought they would come in handy for the situation. After filling up my weed stash to the brim, I had accumulated enough souls to go buy the poison bite ring from our boy Oswald in the first bell tower. This ring increases our poison resistance by a massive 400%. All of that still isn't quite enough to traverse that poison hell, so inside of Blighttown we also collected the Crimson set because of its superior poison resistance, together with the spell Remedy. Remedy does basically the same thing as the weed, so hopefully it will be able to remedy this situation. Before we make a mad dash to the boss arena, we can still upgrade our poison resistance even further by collecting another armor set. The problem is that said armor set lies deep inside of the poison swamp. So the way we traversed this was by slowly walking from island to island in this godforsaken place, and of course being ready to cast a remedy at a moment's notice. The poison swamp also slows you down massively while you're inside it, and since we cannot roll or get a ring that allows us to traverse the swamp easier, we are sadly stuck with the island hopping method. Oh yeah, mosquitoes also plague this area as well, so we had to take them out one by one before we even started this process. This place is just sunshine in the name-os. After a couple of attempts, we managed to collect the Pyromancer set. This set has the highest poison resistance to my knowledge, and with that, it's time to see if we can get to the boss arena. Going straight through the swamp will not work, so we have to first get ourselves to the left side of this entire area. Here we need to employ the island hopping method again, and thanks to all of our hard work, our poison bar is now so big that casting Remedy while in the swamp is quite doable, making us essentially immune to the poison. That all allows us to reach the boss fight quite easily. Easily being an overstatement though. So how about the boss fight itself? Quelaag, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me, Quelaag? This is way too loud. Directly in the face. Right in the boobies. Let's go. Need to spam sorceries as fast as possible, guys. Come on. Quelaag booby cheese. There we go. And GG. There we go, boys. It's 10 times harder to get to the boss fight than to actually finish the boss fight, which is just hilarious. Alright, second bell of awakening down. From here on out, the true fun is about to begin, as we backtrack and enter into Sen's funhouse. I say funhouse, but it's more like a BDSM dungeon, especially with our inability to do anything but walk. Besides me being repeatedly ass-blasted by snakes in this place, I was able to traverse my way through thanks to the previously mentioned spell Aural Decoy. This spell helped immensely by distracting and straight up killing a lot of the lightning shooting snakes in this place, making for a much easier time here. The rest of the snakes did have to be taken out with great caution though, cause one misstep and we're back at the bonfire, baby. After freeing Big Hat Logan from his dark little cell and evading the boulders by choosing the long way around, we do manage to eventually make it to the top of the fortress. It took us exactly 23 deaths to traverse this place successfully, which hopefully showcases the difficulty of this endeavor. At the top of Sen's, we take out the Iron Golem easily by blasting him with Great Soul Arrow. This boss is honestly even slower than me in my current state, so he posed no significant threat. From here, we don't want to take the path to Anor Londo immediately, as we still have a couple of unfinished tasks back at home. So we better start making that arduous journey back there. Usually I would use a shortcut to easily go back to the parish, but thanks to us having zero stamina, I cannot perform the jump that is necessary to grab the key that we would need. So thanks for that, Miyazaki. Along our way back, we collect the Slumbering Dragoncrest ring, which removes all the sounds produced by our character. This ring, in a combination with a future spell of ours, is going to be the key to beating this challenge successfully. Once we've made our way back to Firelink Shrine, we find that Logan has made his home here very nicely as well, so we proceed to milk every little bit of knowledge in his possession out of him. Now, it's time for some dragon hunting. Or, well, not exactly a dragon, but a hydra. Close enough. Problem is, if I do get close, I will also simply die. Jesus Christ. Okay, seems to me that this here patch of grass can be used to avoid some of the heads. I managed to kill one head. Imagine me now actually first trying this guy. That would be insane. Smack! We need 4 soul spears to kill it, basically. Oh no, you idiot. I'm basically torturing... What? Excuse me? What? What was that? Please let me survive. This is literally so close to death, guys. This might actually be the strat. Walk forwards and then walk backwards. Oh no. No splash damage, please. Will this actually work, guys? Did we find out a strategy? Oh my god, it actually worked! Let's go! Okay, so if anybody of you is going to do this challenge, remember this. When you go fight the Hydra, you find this pointy spot exactly over here. And then you just walk forwards and walk backwards. That's it. How does this work? I have no idea, but it works. With the Hydra down, we go and meet Ulasil. Learn from her the 2 most important spells of the run, Hidden Body and Cast Light. Then proceed to steal her wardrobe for the Crown of Dusk, which boosts the damage output of our spells by another 20%. Now we are finally starting to enter into the range of nuclear levels of damage. We climb up Sen's funhouse yet again, and go travel into the City of the Gods. Believe it or not, traversing the city was overall a very chill experience. The combination of Hidden Body and the Slumbering Dragoncrest ring allows us to just stealth through and assassinate all the enemies in silence before they even notice we are there. The same thing goes for the 2 archers on the rafters. It's really nice to have at least one playthrough where those 2 guys weren't just 2 massive dickheads. After decimating a couple more Silver Knights, we come to the highlight of this adventure through Anal Londo, and come face to face with Mr. Lardass and Pikachu over here. Oh no, Orenstein is bugged again. Orenstein is got the end. There he comes. No, Orenstein is bugged again. He's coming. No. Go away, Orenstein. No. How did I dodge that? Oh, there's no way to dodge that one. Oh, that almost can't be avoided. That's crazy. That's actually... The Orenstein Express. And here he comes, boys. Here comes fucking Orenstein. And he dodges everything because he's Orenstein as well. Phase 2! Phase 2! How have I turned Dark Souls into gambling simulator, guys? I've turned this game into gambling. It's basically the entire essence of this run. You either win or you die. As long as I don't do anything stupid, he should be dead. Die. Bro, I love this run. I love this run beyond any doubt in my mind. Jesus Christ. After plunging Anal Londo into utter blackness, choices need to be made. From here on out, the game branches into 4 distinct linear paths, as we are tasked to hunt down the main lords in these areas. Ultimately, I chose to venture into the realm of Seath the Dankless first, as that is the birthplace of all of our magic powers, meaning that's the place which will make us even more powerful. One slight issue with that area though. There is a scripted death there that you have to encounter to progress, which then locks you inside of a cell. The only way to get the key to unlock the cell is by killing that one dude leaning on the fence. Thing is, sorceries cannot actually do that, but thankfully, pyromancies can. Specifically the spell Chaos Fire Orb, which we got from talking to the fair lady a while back. Again, one slight issue with this one as well. We don't have a pyromancy glove yet. Usually you would get a pyromancy glove after defeating Capra Demon, but at this point of the game, we still don't have the damage output to defeat that boss fight. That is only because he's total unrelenting bullshit. Not only are there 2 dogs in the fight, but Capra Demon also gives absolutely 0 fucks about our inability to roll. There is one other way though, but it's kinda weird. By attacking this specific enemy in the Demon Ruins and letting it grab you, we get infected by a virus. After waiting then for 5 minutes, well, this happens. Like I said, it's a very weird way to get a pyromancy glove. The egghead then piques Angie's interest enough as to when we talk to him, he not only cures us of our blight, but also gives us a pyromancy flame. This is what I call a non-linear game, guys. Anyways, with all of the necessary tools at our disposal, we are ready to venture into the Duke's archives. Our overall experience here was quite chill. Stealth is just such an underrated thing in these games. It's kinda nice that challenges like these really encourage their use cases. As stated previously, we get killed by Thief, get imprisoned, bust out of the prison with our hot juices, and proceed to rescue Logan from his damp little cell. We need to buy every single spell from him to bring his questline to the end, after which he will bestow upon us the most powerful wizard staff. That requires quite a substantial amount of souls though, and what better way to get said souls than to challenge the Dankless himself. Alright, let's see how this is going to go. Probably horrible. Is this even possible with our current setup? He is highly magic resistant for the unaware. Thief is one of those bosses that are like literally the easiest thing ever. I have no idea why they created him like this. He has like 3 attacks. Miyazaki, like, we need more attacks to give to one boss, like, come on. Tentacle Daddy is not... he does not like this at all, guys. He's a little bit broken. I think he does not understand what's going on even. Is he broken, guys? Why is he just tentacling everywhere? I got tentacled. Literally tentacled. What are you going to do, my man? What are you going to do? Are we just gonna ring around the rosy here? He does want to ring around the rosy, I think. Are we dead? Yes, we are not. Okay, if he does that, we're basically GG. Don't get pushed into the crystals, Toto. Don't get pushed into the goddamn he's dead. The magic wizard killed with his own spells. GG, well played. One of the harder bosses right now. 1 lore down, 3 more to go. The amount of souls Thief has given us suffices enough to buy the rest of the spells from our boy Logan, which sadly makes him go a bit mental. So we go ahead and put a poor soul out of his misery and get awarded with the Tin Crystallization Catalyst. The most powerful catalyst, when all you are after is raw, unadulterated power. Once we make our way back home, we pick up our final buff, which is hidden inside of Blighttown. It is also the most powerful buff, Power Within. This thing boosts all of our damage output by 40%. We have now officially become a walking, talking nuclear reactor, waiting to explode. And what better boss to test his power on than the Capra Demon? Die! Absolute power, guys. Absolute power. Thank you, but he gave me the Demon Great Machete. He was so impressed he gave me his weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Souls has now officially turned into a point-and-click adventure. Our only job is to point in the right direction. The question is this enough power to overcome the hardest parts of the game? That's right, it's time for the DLC at last. Oh boy. So, RNG Festival, let's go. Get your ass over here! This is where the RNG Festival comes into play, guys. Can we avoid all this? Nice. Oh my god, he got staggered. Oh, Jesus Christ. Goodbye. Alright. Let us see how this is going to go. You should honestly tell good luck to Artorias, because the thing is, he needs to do everything right, and I only need to do one thing right in order to win this one. The only thing that I need to do is blast him in the face. Let's go, Artorias, my boy. And good fight, Artorias, my boy. Okay. Let me try not moving at all. Not moving at all was the solution. No moving at all was the solution to this fight, guys. You need to basically play this run with more brain dead in mind. The more brain dead of a strategy, the better it's going to work. After absolutely shitting on Artorias, we enter the town of Ulasil. Here we require 2 key items to progress to our future challenges. First, inside of the town, we gotta pick up the crest key, which is locked behind a mimic chest in the main building. Fairly simple task overall, as again, invisibility plus silence is just too good for this challenge. And second, we gotta collect the most powerful spell of them all, Dark Bead, which I usually refer to as anal beads, as that's what the bosses are gonna get after I start blasting this at them. Seriously, for those of you who know, why did they decide to put a spell in the game I shall never understand? In any case, time for us to challenge AAA, Anus, the asshole of the abyss. I'll come back here with like 99 intelligence though. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Oh! What the fuck? He decided to do nothing, guys. He literally decided I'm not gonna do anything and he died. Gambling always wins at the end. Okay, I guess we're gonna do Calamite now. What's up, Menace? How are you doing today? Please don't curb stomp my ass. Good start, and we're done. This is why it's impossible to do this first try, guys. Calamite, come on. Wait, what? Can I just stay here and hit it? This game confuses me, guys. He's dead. He is dead. Die! Go to hell. Like, seriously. Bro, these fights are not normal, guys. It took us 100 deaths to do Manos and Calamite. 100 goddamn deaths. The DLC is just a massive difficulty spike, as it took us more deaths to clear it out than all of the other areas combined. But at least it's not a Dark Souls 2 DLC, hey? Only one more problem resides between us and our salvation, and it's located in the Demon Ruins and Lost Izalith. The lava. Lava damages you no matter what you do, so we simply cannot go inside of it with our HP, and you kinda have to go inside of it to progress. Thankfully, From Software has anticipated that crazy people like me exist and has put in a system to avoid the lava entirely. By giving the fair lady 30 humanities, we unlock a shortcut right after we blast Ceaseless Discharge straight to hell from whence he came from. The shortcut through Demon Ruins leads us straight above the rest of the lava, but unfortunately, it also leads us straight into the belly of the beast. It leads us to the bed of utter bullcrap. I need some heavy insults against this boss fight, because honestly this boss fight just... I lack the words to describe it. Tentacle being? Hentai abomination? Instant death? Something like that. This is why the boss fight might be impossible. Okay, Bed of Chaos, please, like, be very... do I need to bait out that attack? No. Bro, is this even doable? Don't worry though, there is always Force Quit Wrong Warp. Like, if it comes to showcase that this boss is, like, impossible to kill... Why are you swiping with the right hand? What? What is that nonsense? How? Oh, it has to be a way. We have to bait out the right attack. The right hand attack. That's what we need to bait out. Yo, let's go! It took 20 deaths just to get over here. Oh, for the love of Christ. Bam. That's one. And bam. And I'm dead. You have to be kidding me! What is that? Bro, what is this attack? Never seen that attack in my life. Can we drop down? Poggers! Don't you dare kill me. Go. I'm actually scared shitless, guys. There is a moment here I can die. And if I die, we have to do that all over again. Fuck you! If he almost... Please let me... Tell me he died. She died. Whatever. Thank the Lord. I'm not a religious man, but I will go to church tomorrow because of this victory. I'm not even kidding, guys. Thank God that is over. This run is overall a very fun experience, but some parts of it I wouldn't bestow upon my worst enemy. Nobody deserves this. We are now officially in the home stretch. 2 more areas are remaining, with New Londo being first on my list. To make this place a bit easier, I got cursed by the frogs in the depths on purpose. That way I can hit the ghosts all the time without the need to use any items to allow me to do so. And the curse halving our HP doesn't really faze us at all. Together with our shinobi powers, this place wasn't half bad. I did get abused by the ghost in this place a little bit. It's kinda hard not for that to happen, even on a normal playthrough. But eventually, with some sneaky speedrunning skips, we get to the boss fight with ease. And well, we all know how non-DLC boss fights fare against our walking talking Tsar bomb. Not so well. After blasting the 4 kings straight back into the abyss, we venture into the catacombs. Use the spell Fall Control to do some very sneaky parkour shenanigans here, to literally skip dealing with this entire area. Then send Pinwheel straight into his grave where he belongs, without any mercy. Traversing the Tomb of the Giants was overall pretty much the same as in a normal playthrough, cause, again, stealth. It just took a lot longer. Inevitably, we managed to walk all the way to the boss arena, where we proceed to, ironically, blast the Lord of Death straight into his own death. Honestly, cannot blame him. Death itself should shudder against this kind of power. We plunge all of our Lord Souls right into the Lord Vessel, unlock the final area, and go challenge the Lord of Lordran, the final boss of the game. What's up, good? Haven't seen you in a hot while. Jump, 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 jump. I have no words for this, guys.